Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Driven, the Road to Peak Performance. My name is Jinno, Rufino, as always, joined by Coach Sheila Tan. And I am really excited for our guest today. He's a good friend of mine. I've known him for many, many years. And this guy has won in everything. He is a legend in Don Bosco. He won with San Beda. He won a championship as well with Ateneo. He won a PBL championship with Harbor Center. And then he moved to the PBA and won multiple championships, finals MVP a couple of times, won a gold medal in the Jones Cup, was also the MVP of the tournament, if I may add. And this guy has represented the Philippines countless times. He's won as an assistant coach in the NCAA with Letran. I mean, this guy has won it all. But perhaps his biggest win in life is coming back from an illness and still play professional basketball. And now he's taken a new role as a head coach in the Philippine Basketball Association. Welcome to Driven, the Road to Peak Performance, none other than LA Tenorio.
Hello. Hi everyone.
Hello.
Hi,
thank you for
everyone.
joining us.
Yeah, of course. No, thank you. Thank you for having me again. Good to see you.
Yeah.
Kilala ko na siya, matagal na siya.
College pa lang.
So, alam na natin kung ano talaga yung edad natin.
No, but like I want to ask you, as I mentioned all your achievements in the game of basketball, you're still doing it. Now, of course, as a head coach with Magnolia, but what keeps you driven through all these years that you still want to continue with this?
Growing up, I think there's a lot of after you mention everything that I achieved for the past years, I think growing up kasi I have a lot of things na I want to prove myself more because number one, I'm not blessed with my height, so I always want to prove that I belong. So that's why I have this mantra in life that really, keeps me going. The determination, the discipline, of course, hard work is always there. So hard work, discipline, determination, and humility. So with that four mantra that I really, focus on every time, every day, as I wake up, I always make sure that I do that for different things. Because you just don't do that in sports. But you can do that also in life. So with that four characteristic, yun talaga yung, that keeps me going. Now, actually, you mentioned that I coach, but, you never know. I can be playing.
That's right.
You might play also, playing coach.
You're technically a playing coach.
Technically
for
I'm playing
Magnolia.
coach because I'm part of the lineup of Magnolia. I'm still joining practices of Magnolia from time to time. So, I think yun lang yung iniisip ko parati.
Before we go deep into that, I just want to know, because you're currently still the Iron Man of the PBA, the guy who's chasing you is technically now your teammate.
Technically my teammate and my player.
Your player in Baroka.
So I have a choice now if I want him to break my record, diba? Because I can say, oh, you sit down this way. So
you're in control of that.
Of course. And he knows that. The moment I step in Magnolia practice, that's what I told the players. By the way, during our first game, we're gonna bench Mike Barok. No, but I'm just kidding. No.
And that first game against Ginebra, no less, Tim Cone, the guy that you were the extension of Tim Cone on the floor for so many years, Alaska, Ginebra, so on and so forth. That must have been a little bit strange. Medyo parang surreal siguro yun.
It was actually. It was, that's why katulad niya ni sinabi ko dun sa interview ko after the game. It was really hard for me emotionally.
To go against him.
To go against basically my mentor or, that gave me, who gave me a career in the PBA. All my championship was under him, under Coach Tim Cone. So, it was really hard for me at first going to that game, leaning to that day, with a lot of media, talagang hina-hype nila yung game. No? It was really hard. Mentally, emotionally. No? But again, I just have to battle. No? That's where the discipline will come in. Doon ko pinapasok. It was really a big challenge for me. It was a big competition for me mentally going to that game, that I have to focus on thinking that this is not about me and about Coach Tim. This is about the Magnolia team and the Ginebra team. So that's what I really focused on, leaning towards that game, because it was really hard. A lot of media, you know that, media, because it's the 50th anniversary of the PBA. Opening day, me playing against Coach Tim. So that's where the discipline, like day in, day out. Every time I go to practice, I always remind myself going to practice, and then I remind my players that this isn't about me and about Coach Tim. This is about you guys. Because you guys are the one gonna play in the end of the day. I'm not gonna hold the ball and shoot right now. Right? So
just to give you how big a deal this was for this to be the first game of the season, we had a PBA and coverage meeting before the season started, and it was mentioned by the commissioner. This could have been any team. They could have put any team in the first game, but they wanted it to be a marquee team, and they wanted Magnolia versus Ginebra, Tim Cone versus LA Tenorio. That was the highlight.
Oh, wow.
That was the highlight. Really the highlight. Like, even after the game, until now, I can see a lot of write-ups about that game. It's been what? It's been a week already. So it was really hard, emotionally and mentally. But again, that's where the discipline will really kick in for me.
Why was it hard? Ano yung iniisip mo about it?
A lot of things. No, a lot of things that I thought about going to that game. Number one, going to that day, yung day na yun, because I have to put a game plans for the players. I want to do scouting for the other teams, diba? It was hard because my time na I want to win badly. I want
may pressure.
Yeah, actually, honestly, wala sa akin pressure eh. The pressure going to that game, hindi ako masyadong na-pressure ng game na yon. I was scared. I was nervous. I think that's different diba? Than being pressured. No? But in the end kasi, whether I win or I lose, wala naman akong, I mean, whether I lose or I win, may magigain ako eh. Number one, if I lose that game, if we lost that game, I will gain a lot of learnings. Playing against probably the best coach, one of the best coach in the Philippines. Diba? If I lose that game, probably I will think of, malayo pa talaga ako, marami pa talaga akong kakainin bigas. Diba? I just need to work and work pa talaga to belong in this league, diba? And luckily, we won that game. Still, I gained confidence, going into game, in games now. But nag-gain din ako ng, performing again under, not really pressure, but under yung time na talagang kabadong-kabado ka. Honestly, I was really, my hands are in my pockets. Was in my pockets. Talagang, I cannot feel my pocket. So sobrang kinakabahan talaga ako. It's not pressure because I know the feeling of pressure. I know the feeling of pressure. But in the end, yun nga, the day before the game, I really decided that, whatever happens, I will gain something. I will gain something.
And that's a great outlook to have.
To think of winning as losing as learning.
I'm a very positive guy, even when I was playing. When I was a young player, of course, I want really to win. I want to win badly. I'm really always furious about losing. I hate that. I hate losing. Diba? Pag athlete naman tayo, we really hate that. But over time you will learn that, you cannot win it all. You just have to build, you just have to get better every day, you just have to learn. Diba? So, and just be positive, even if we lose the championship, in the end, yes, we lost a lot of championships or finals for championship, but in the end, there's still another day. There's still another day to bounce back and to get better. Probably next conference, we'll get back again. So, pero over time, natutunan ko din yon na to be really positive and just looking forward and to learn and make sure that I come back stronger the next time around and not to somehow do the same things that I did itong time na hindi kami naging successful. And not only for me when I was playing, I have to carry also my teammates do that also. And it was really hard. It's hard. Being a leader. It was really hard also.
Yeah, I want to, when you said about being a leader, because that's something na parang that was in you for a long time. We saw it your early years in the PBA. We saw it your later years in the PBA, in Gilas with the national team, with Ateneo. And where did it come from? Where did this role as a leader come from with you? And since it seems like it's been with you since bata ka pa.
Just like what I've said a while ago, kasi growing up, I want to prove that I belong. Diba? Sinabi ko kanina na yun yung isa na that keeps me going. Diba? Talagang I want to. Siguro, every time I play in the court, I always stand tall. No, I always stand tall. I always make sure that I will stand tall.
You don't know how tall what your height is.
Yeah, not my height. But with my position in the team all the time, I always make sure that my teammates will follow me.
Yeah.
Because I'm the extension of the coach.
Yeah.
Diba? I should be the extension of the coach. And with that also, you will gain more respect.
I'm curious, kasi you mentioned bata ka pa. At what age were you aware na I need to stand tall? You mentioned needing to prove yourself.
When I was in third year college na, third year college, because I wasn't planning to join the PBA because of that reason alone. Because I don't think that I can perform because of my height. And who really pushed me to do that and to be, you have to be assertive. Every time you get the ball, you have to learn. Now, you can. It was Coach Norman.
Norman Black.
When I was when I was playing in Ateneo and he was my coach.
Yeah.
No, it started with Coach Norman when he went to Ateneo, and he was really the one pushing me to, be assertive. You can do it. Some of your teammates already went to the PBA. I think you have an opportunity. So, but leaning towards that years, playing in the Bosco, in the province, in PBL, high school, San Beda, I was just enjoying playing.
Yeah.
I was just, before naman, wala naman social media, so you don't know that you're good or you're great. Diba? So, I'm just playing. After I play in San Beda, like in the afternoon, I go home to Batangas and play another barangay league. And then after the barangay league, right after, go back to Manila, go to school the next day, practice again. Diba? So I
love for the game lang talaga.
It's really love for the game. And then, I started, thinking of being pressured when I started, pursuing really playing professionally. And that's where I started cramping every time in the game. If you remember that, when I was playing the UAAP, every game, I cannot finish the game. I always, and part of it is pressure because I'm pressuring myself too much already. But before that, when I was in high school, with Coach Ato Badulato, with Coach the late Ato Badulato, we were playing in the morning And then we play in the afternoon. And I play the whole game in the morning. I play the whole game in the afternoon. But I don't.
Yeah.
You
You don't cramp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when I went to Ateneo, with pressure already that, hindi ko naman alam eh. Wala namang ganun eh. I was new to that.
Yeah.
So, doon ko I started, feeling pressure that I really need to do this. My boss MVP is talking to you because we lost to Lasal. So, diba? So, added pressure na eh. And plus, I'm the one who was left behind after Enrico, Wesley, Rich graduated.
Larry.
And then Larry graduated. Especially when Larry graduated. No?
So parang nakasalalay sa'yo.
Yes. So that's where I started. Like really, in third quarter pa lang, I can feel na my legs cramping.
Wow.
But I drink a lot of, like IV, everything. So that's where I started feeling the pressure, probably mental, no, not really physical, because I know I am capable, I'm ready to play.
Yeah.
But with the pressure,
And that mental parang translated to something
yeah,
physical.
definitely, definitely, yeah.
Wow.
Definitely.
And how did you get past that?
No, I didn't. So I graduated in Ateneo with my last game, and I will not forget that. With my last game, my very last game in Ateneo as a Atenean. No, I didn't finish the game. Unfortunately.
Wow.
That was against Lasal in Final Four.
Wow.
So I didn't finish the game. And I was really devastated after that because it's okay if you lose, but alam mo yun, na
Parang by default.
parang, ano ba yun, last game ko na nga eh.
And you can't do anything
Diba?
about it.
Yeah, and you know how big the UAAP, Ateneo. So it was really hard for me. I was really down. And then that was my fifth year playing here. And I was supposed to join the draft already after my fourth year, but I decided to stay 1 year because I really want to get, like even
The
in the finals.
championship.
Not even championship, because we know that we're gonna have a hard time. But
Because the other guys left.
Oh,
na.
yeah. So, just even finals. Well, sometimes hindi mo talaga makukuha rin lahat. So, yun. So, my last game, unfortunately, I tried middle of the fourth quarter. Wala na talaga. It was going up already. So, I cannot force myself anymore.
Wow. And how was it after that?
You know what? I don't remember, but I think since I graduated already, that was my last term or my last semi at Ateneo. I didn't go to the campus for probably weeks after that.
Because
Well, I was jahe or shy to, that people will think of, you just left behind, you left your teammate behind. I didn't know naman na sobrang sakit na talaga eh. Diba? I tried, diba? So, before kasi sobrang the pressure talaga of playing for Ateneo talaga, especially against Lasal. So, it was really hard. And, but after that, then nagkaroon kami na ng PBL. That's where I joined the Harbor Center na. And then, even in Harbor Center, I didn't cramp anymore.
Parang you're playing free already.
Free already.
nawala yung pressure.
But I tried to overcome. But siguro talaga subconsciously, it's always there that, everyone is on your shoulder. Parang ganun yung feeling mo that time. Parang ganun yung feeling ko that time. But going to the game, wala akong pakialam, okay lang. Just, ganun ako. Tinatry ko na ganun. But in the end, ganun pa rin. So, that means subconsciously, it was still there.
Yeah.
Diba? Nandun pa rin yung idea na, ay, pressure pa rin talaga. Ganun. So,
And did you have second thoughts of playing professionally after what happened during your last game in Ateneo?
my last game, yeah. Actually, I have no playing years with Ateneo na that time. So, really, going to the pro was the idea. Was my idea. So, that's why I went to Harbor and play. And then we won championship.
Yeah.
So, it was I think a good sign that for me to join the draft also. So again, so yun. So na draft ako. I think months after. UAP finished August. October. And then I got drafted probably December.
Yeah.
And you didn't have second thoughts given how the last game was?
No. Because I have to overcome that. Because I have no other way, other choice na eh.
Yeah.
Wala na ako UAP eh. I cannot stay with the PBL naman forever. So I took the chance. And, siguro nakilala na rin naman ako all throughout the season of the UAP. So probably nagkaroon din ako ng edge. And then from there, honestly, what I'm like when we pagpagod, 'di ba? Kami lagi sasabihin nyo, dig deep, 'di ba? Sasabihin niyo, dig deep, pagpagod ka.
Yeah.
One thing that I always parang go back when I was playing in Ateneo. That's why Ateneo was a big part of my career. Until now. Not really only as a basketball player, but the values as a person who I am right now. It's because of the Ateneo. I mean,
Yeah.
Ateneo. Sorry pero
Mga taga-Lasal dito.
Baka i-cut nila yung part na yan.
Huwag kakata. Because of the Ateneo. Maybe because also of people around me.
Yeah.
People who really guided me all throughout my career was from Ateneo, and they really put me grounded and pushing me, to do my best. And pag natatalo, sabihin okay lang yan. You have a lot of time in your career to bounce back.
Yeah, I want to ask you about that. Your mentors in throughout your whole journey here. No? I mean, you mentioned Coach Norman during your Ateneo years. Was there any other player there that your teammates?
Yeah, definitely. Enrico was my kuya for the longest time. Wesley and Paulo Bugia. Paulo Bugia is my brother-in-law. So they've been always there for me. Like kahit nung graduate na sila, every game nanonood sila. They always
How about when you moved over to the PBA? I remember because I was still doing courtside during that time when you started with the PBA, and also Naracela was the guy who kind of took you under his wing.
Yeah, when I was in the pro already, it was Coach Olsen Naracela who really mentored me. Actually, all throughout my career. Siya, even when I was playing, because he was my teammate, and that's the perfect, scenario, perfect talaga na naging teammate. But unfortunately, I got traded. I was transferred to Alaska, so naghiwalay kami. But even when I was in Alaska and I played against him pa, nag-usap rin kami. We talk and I ask questions. So,
was that the Ateneo connection between the two
because I just found out when I transferred to Ateneo, isa pala siya sa gustong mag-adapt or magturo or mag-adapt or basta mag-focus siya dun. So he was, I think, nagpipresenta siya to do that for me. So I didn't know that. He told me about it.
Yeah.
So yun, so tapos nagsama kami sa PBA. So he was really how I play is how he played.
It's Olsen,
Like, ganun talaga.
And then, of course, in Alaska, that's where Coach Tim was. And then you guys just formed this bond that I don't think there's been another player coach that kind of has blended as well as the two of you. But the two of you really go hand in hand.
But if you think about it and if you looking back, we always fight. Like during timeouts, I answer back. Well, because I'm very furious. I'm very feisty. Ganun ang definition niya sa akin. I always fight. Like even on a timeout, he says something, I'll say something to him. And then if he pulls me out of the court and then may sasab ako, he will talk to me in the sideline, he's furious. I'll be furious, more furious.
Mas galit ka pa.
Oo. So that's how we,
Yeah.
but we understand,
Yeah.
after he will talk to me that,
May
it's
mutual respect pa rin.
yes. And, siguro, dahil syempre, bata ako, that time when I was transferred to Alaska, that was my second year pa lang sa PBA, 2007, no? So, parang gusto ko pa, alam mo yun, I'm very feisty and furious na gusto kong, I want to prove pa that I belong in this league.
Yeah.
And then, he gave me a lot of chances.
How important would you say the roles of the mentors were for you?
There were big part of my career, no? If I may say, if I'm sobrang sila, kung hindi dahil sa mga not really advices. Of course, advices are always there, di ba? Nandun naman lagi yan. Yung opportunities like, Coach Tim is one of my mentor. Coach Tim gave me an opportunity talaga. He gave me an opportunity to lead the team. That was the first thing that he told me when I got traded from San Miguel to Alaska. When he got me, we talked. I still remember that. He told me that, you will be the main point guard of this team. You will run this show. Yun ang sinabi niya sa akin. I will never forget that.
And did you believe him?
I believe in
At
him.
that time?
Siyempre, coach team ko niyan eh. And I'm, diba, and I'm a Grand Slam coach na siya. And I'm, parang bata that, yun nga, that I want to prove and belong, want to be belong. No? So, and he, after 3 games, he made me, part of the starting 5 already. He made me run the show.
Yeah. He barely subbed you out.
Oh yeah, I played
played most of
one
the-
game. I played parang one game. I played 55 minutes. I think 53 minutes. Yeah. So he gave me that
The opportunity.
and he gave me the opportunity to take the last shot. To make a decision for the team. He will not call a timeout as long as he knows that I'm bringing down the ball. He has that trust. I think the most important thing about this is the trust. If the people around you really trust you, you have a bigger opportunity for you to not really to shine but to learn.
Yeah.
No, I think yun yung sa akin. No, like in going back to Ateneo. When I was in Ateneo, the trust na binigay sa akin ni Coach Norman na you will run the show also, you can be playing, you can play in professional, so pinagkatiwala niya ako yung trust, and then I trust him also. Same thing with in the PBA, di ba? With Coach Tim, he talagang he trusted me na we will lose this game with you. Ganun yung niya. Ganun ang
Win or lose, it's
yeah.
yeah.
Pag natalo, may maririnig ka sa akin. Ganun lang yon. And I took that. I took that responsibility. But imagine I was teammate pa with Sanitos, with Ray Hugnatan, Jan Ferriols. I had Cyrus Baguio or Willie Miller first and then Cyrus Baguio. Those are the big names. With Coach Jeff Carriazo was there.
Yeah.
He let me run the show. And that was big for me. I think doon ko talaga na-build yung, being a leader, being a leader with leaders around you.
Yeah. In the pros,
In the
which is a
pros.
little bit different.
Starting with Coach Olsen when he was team captain of San Miguel, and all the players of San Miguel that time, Danny Siegel, Danny Ay, Daniel Deponso, those are the big
Don Don.
Don Don. They all respected Coach Olsen.
Yeah.
Every time Coach Olsen will say something, and those are big players, big names, no? They were all, okay, Cap.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that. And they will do it. And with that, parang gusto ko yun Parang gusto ko yung aura na gano'n na, Coach Olsen will arrive. Coach Olsen will just arrive in practice, he'll just sit down in one bench, and then, he will not do extra shooting, he'll just do, tape and then put in his shoes. But in practice, he will not do any spectacular things. He will not dunk. He will not,
Yeah.
acrobatic shots and anything. But his aura, every time that he's in the court, you know that he's there.
Yeah. Yeah.
His leadership is there. Mentally, the other players will think that, oh, we have a leader. We're okay.
Yeah.
Parang ganon.
Yeah.
So, doon ko pinatayin talaga na, I can do this. Kaya ko to. But again, number one, you have to build trust first. With your, syempre, you have to give back din naman na, you have to perform din naman, di ba? You have to prove yourself also that you can do that. Di ba? Time and time and time and time.
Yeah, and that goes, I guess, even outside of sports.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that just in life in general, to be the leader, to be the one who's performing, you need that trust from the people in the workforce.
Yeah.
And, I graduated in Ateneo also kasi with the course of leadership and management.
Okay, I did not know that.
So, I took psychology and communication, but psychologists had a lot of memorization. So, then Ateneo offered the new course, leadership and management. So, I took that.
Interesting.
And what did you take from that na nadala mo in the court?
Oh, a lot. Being a leader, there's this saying that the team itself leads the team.
The team itself leads the team.
Yeah. Di ba ang perception natin ng leader, you should lead the team lang. But no, it's not only the leader. You have to, the whole team is, the whole team is a leader. The whole team is basically leaders.
Parang self-leading siya.
Yes, self-leading siya. And in that way, it's easier
that's
for the
interesting.
team, to have that good chemistry.
Collectively.
But as a leader, you should know also your of course
Role.
your teammates role or yung mga employees role nyo.
Yeah.
I'm not the type of leader. Honestly, I'm not the type of leader. Yes, I'm a team captain. You should follow me. No. If you're good at 3-point shooting, I'll give you the ball if I need you 3-point shooting. If you're good at like in corporation, if you're good at accounting, I'm not good in accounting, but I'm the boss.
You can designate.
So, if you're a 10 in that, then you should do that. So, I deliver. I don't, ganun yung nakita ko kay Coach Olsen in basketball. Yes, I'm the team captain, but I'm not Daniel Defonso. I cannot post up. I cannot score all the points.
Yeah.
You're my scorer. I'll give you the ball in your position. So, ganun ko natutunan yun. And what's really, actually, honestly, it's really John Maxwell, leader, teamwork, yung
Concepts niya.
concepts niya. Dati
That's
pa
so
yun
interesting.
Yeah, very interesting.
So that's why, and ironically, si Coach Tim, yun ang ginagamit when I entered Alaska. Oo, may mga book pa yun kasi nung college, nagbasa kami ng 17 Irrefutable Laws of Teamwork ni John Maxwell. Luma na yun. If you search that in YouTube, luma na. Batang-bata pa siya. And ironically, wait, Coach Tim used this? Like, okay, that's good. So the more that parang, okay.
Get reinforced.
Makakapag-blend din ako dito. So, I read books before, wala pa. Nagkaroon pa nga ng ang tawag doon, yung sa, basta yung download mo yung sa books na yun.
Or PDF files na.
So yung download mo yun, mga ganun. So, siguro yun, it helped me a lot. No? Plus the experience also. Countless frustrations, disappointments. No, tama yun yung sinasabi niya. I truly believe in that. Yung sinasabi ni Michael Jordan sa commercial niya.
Like you miss over and over again. Yeah.
But talaga, kailangan pa rin talaga niya i-try. That's why he succeed.
Yeah.
That's very true.
Yeah.
Not only in basketball,
Yeah.
even in
life.
business, even in life.
Yeah.
Just try. Eventually, you'll succeed. Diba? I'm sure yung mga rags to riches na mga kwento, ganin din yan Diba? We talked about a while ago. Diba?
Yeah, there's so many people who come from just random places and bigla na they make it big in the business
You just
world.
have to try and try.
And that's what people don't see. Di ba?
Yes.
Nakita yung success na.
Yes.
So they don't see na how many times they fell and rose back.
Because people, the normal, yung mga nakakapanood sa amin, ang gusto kasi nila is yung nakikita kami na nagsasucceed lang. Diba? But the question is, paano tayo napapunta doon? Diba? Doon sa success na yun before we achieve that. Before I made that winning shot. Diba? How did I paano muna ako nakarating doon bago ko gawin yun? So, of course, I have to do a lot of repetitions in practice. I have to do a lot of imagination in practice. I have to be calm during that moment. And that was really hard,
If someone asks you, how should they see failure so that they keep trying and trying until they succeed, what would be your answer?
Failure is an opportunity. For me, failure is not negative. As for me, I know it's hard to believe because nung bata pa talaga ako, failure is very, very no-no sa akin. Kasi nga, I want to prove something. But throughout my experience, just keep moving forward, failure is an opportunity to be successful the next day. Ako, yun. Kaya,
because if you don't try, then you'll never succeed.
Like, for example, nag-fail ka na, and then, ayoko na. Parang, tama na to, di ba? Hindi para sa akin to. Hindi ganun eh. It's not I mean, it's easy to say now for me, masasabihin ng tao. Madaling sabihin sa iyo kasi naranasan mo na. But, hindi rin eh. When I was in that situation also, hindi naman ako sumuko eh. I didn't tell Coach Tim, just give the ball to the other player. I cannot do it. Cannot do it. I didn't eh. Diba? So, in that way kasi, you will also gain the respect of your teammates or kung sino yung mga katrabaho ninyo. Diba? Ay, maano nyo yan eh. My motto in life, which I heard it from Coach Tim all over the years, being with him. It became parang naging motto ko na. Yesterday ended last night.
Yeah.
Yesterday ended last night. You have to put that in your mind that whatever happened yesterday or today, whatever happens today, tomorrow it's gonna be different. It's not gonna be the same. Today you will fail. Tomorrow you might fail, but it's a different failure.
Yeah.
Yesterday today you might be successful, and tomorrow you'll be successful, but it's gonna be different. Diba? So, diba? You just have to move forward eh. Whatever happens, you just have to move forward. Whether you be successful, whether you're not be successful, you have to move forward and learn from that yesterday. You learn from that yesterday, kuha ka ng mga points doon, kung ano yung mga nangyari. Like yesterday, ano ba nangyari sa akin? Like today, I played golf. I was suck. The first 9 holes. I was really bad first 9 holes. But on Friday, I will play again.
You forget about today na.
I'll forget about today. I move forward. But every time I step on the ball, I know. Alam mo yun, yung mga ganon. Even in business. You might not have a good deal today with your whatever, like stocks or whatever. Tomorrow is gonna be different. It's not gonna be the same. You might be successful today, but tomorrow you'll be failed. So the point is, you just have to move forward.
I've heard this actually from you a lot now, but it's also something that it's hard to really absorb if you're there. Like parang it takes a lot for me to this didn't work. How do I proceed to go to to do it again? But it's so discouraging. Like it takes a lot. It takes a lot for other people, for many people out there, to just be like, okay, I learned from this. It's feedback. I need
move forward.
I need to move forward. Find the strength to move forward, and that's the difficult part.
Yeah. And where did you learn to think about it that way?
Just just to go back to what Gino's point, that's the normal reaction of human nature.
Human nature.
It's hard. Pangit na ba? Let's just drink, inumin na lang natin to, di ba? Ganun eh. But to answer your question na paano ko na-overcome yun, I think again, number one, it's experience. You know, experience ko throughout a lot of failures already. Going back or looking back to all my failures, parang isipin ko, titiklop na lang ba ako? Parang, kasi I have a body before that, nag-fail ako. Parang, sasama ba ako dun sa katawan ko na yun? Nag-fail ako before? Or, do I move forward and see kung ano yung mga pwede kong magawa? Again, katulad ng sinabi ko kanina, the failure is an opportunity. Every failure is an opportunity. But, again, hindi siya madali. Hindi siya madali. And talagang, kaya ako pinasok sa mantra ko yung discipline is, that's where the discipline comes in.
And I'm curious, how early mo natutunan to see failure in that way?
Oh, not early. I'm old already. Probably, I was in the pro already. Kasi
before you'd beat yourself up.
Oh, yeah. Very competitive kasi ako eh. I really fight. You know that. Even the imports, I fight imports.
Yeah.
Kahit malalaki sa akin.
My favorite image of you.
And the other player, diba?
Talk and text.
Yeah.
In Ebra.
Jones. I fight. I fight. Talaga. He knows that. So, ganun ako. But, if you think about it, parang,
ano yung turning point?
well, basically, really the turning point was when I had my illness.
Yeah.
My cancer. After I got diagnosed, that was really, the turning point. That was really parang nag-click in sa akin. Okay. Parang you will never know talaga what will happen to you. Parang isipin mo. I was just playing championship on a high level. And then the week after, I was diagnosed. Parang, di ba, we just won the championship against Bay Area. Remember?
That's right.
So, and then the week after, I was diagnosed. Parang, di ba, doon ko na-realize when I was going through my journey, parang, talaga, ganun lang palang kadali yun na pwedeng mawala sa iyo ang isang bagay. So, why focus on the things na nangyari sa iyo kahapon and doon ka pa rin mag-focus kahit tomorrow na, kahit the next day na, nakapokus ka pa rin doon. Ano mangyayari?
Yeah.
The more that you're gonna, crumple, di ba? Parang, lalo kang, di ba? So, yun yung nangyari sa akin at every day, I just took it one day at a time, doing the chemo, going to Singapore every 2 weeks. Traveling to Singapore every 2 weeks is not fun, ha?
Yeah.
And,
Especially in that situation.
In that situation,
Yeah.
nakakapagod din. But plus doing the reason, I'm not going to Singapore na magbabakasyon every 2 weeks or
Yeah.
even work.
Yeah.
You go there, you don't know what's gonna happen to you after the session. Diba? I had 12 sessions for 6 months. So, you never know what's gonna happen. But, I realized that was really it. That, I just gonna enjoy it.
Yeah.
I just wanna enjoy my time. Kung sino yung magiging kasama ko during the session of my therapy, the chemotherapy, and then after the chemotherapy, if I don't feel anything, I walk around Singapore Orchard, and then just eat.
Yeah.
If I want to buy something, I buy it.
Yeah.
Because you never know.
I know some of the purchases you made.
Because you
What
never
were the
know.
purchases?
Like YOLO siya eh.
Oo eh. Exactly. Nag-YOLO. Pag-uwi ko dito, may bagong Harley. Itong Harley na to, okay. Kahit di so, di ba? So, that was really the turning point. And until now, and also because probably growing up also, not really talking about it so much, but hindi ko naman sinasabing napadali ng konti. Siguro part of it medyo napadali sa akin because of my faith. Growing up, it was really big part of my life, my family's values. No? It was really my faith.
And when you say faith, what do you mean by that?
Faith in God. Yun yung ano sa akin. No? But I learned also, no, during this course of my journey, the two faith Parang the two dalawang klaseng faith. There's a faith in God, which is the capital F. And then the small f is faith. Faith in yourself, faith in your friends, families, people around you. You know, so, yun yung natutunan ko na isa. So, pinag-combine ko siya and then, you know, well, God is good. I'm still here.
Yeah.
You know, talking to you guys right now. And, you know, talking about, you know, mental toughness, being, it's really, totoo siya eh. No, before, we tend to take that for granted na parang feeling natin hirap tayo pero kaya naman eh. Inuunahan lang talaga tayo ng hirap yan, wag na lang, iba na lang. Diba, may ganun eh. Failed na ako yesterday. Malamang fail. Alam mo yun, may ganun eh. Diba? But as long as you continue to, you know, just move forward, have faith in yourself, number one, I think. You really have to be.
And would you say yung faith with a capital F contributed to you just keep rising even after every failure?
Oh, yes.
The mental toughness.
Every time, yeah.
How would you say they're connected?
Probably the connection of that, for me, for me, I'm not saying it's parang pareho sa inyo or sa kay Jens. Probably sa amin, 60-40. Sa akin 60 is faith, and then 40 is mental toughness. Yun yung sa akin. Because I really believe that if you believe and you ask, you will receive eventually. Yun yung na ano ko. And every time I miss a winning shot, I know that if I will take the next shot, I will make it. Ganun ako. One time, if I may share my situation, no? One time I committed probably the biggest mistake of my career was when I was playing in Ginebra semifinals against Pure Fujian. When I was probably bago pa ako sa Ginebra. I shot the ball 2 points, pero we were down 3 points. You remember that?
Yeah.
And then everyone was, I was really down.
Yeah.
Like,
especially with the Ginebra fans. Grabe.
Like, everyone was telling me, even my family, pati pamilya ko, inaano na eh, dinadamay na, yung ganon. Kasi fans are very emotional, like Ginebra fans. That was probably the biggest mistake of my career. But, you know, after that, the game after that, I was the best player of the game. We forced the game 7. That was game 5. Then we forced game 7. So, you know, dun ko napaki. And when I played that game 6, all of my friends was there wearing my jersey. So, dun ko nakita na, okay. So, di ba, parang yung sinasabi ko na kailangan mo rin, siyempre, yung support din ng mga tamang tao, di ba, sa buhay, di ba? So, yun. Unfortunately, we still lost. But at least we forced the game 7.
Yeah.
But naalala ko, during that time, because it was a back-to-back game, 1 day lang, then game na ulit. The whole time, I didn't sleep. Like, after the game, I couldn't sleep. After the game, couldn't sleep talaga. And then the next day, we had practice, shoot around. I was the first guy in the court shooting. Like, shooting, you know, just focusing lang. Just doing my routine. You know, stretching, shooting, you know. And then when we were doing the video, I was really focused. And then after practice, I went home. I rested, played my video games. Call of Duty pa before. Played my video games. And then, tulog ako. The next day, I did my routine. The next day, laro ako. So, I moved forward.
Yeah.
But it wasn't easy. Hindi ko naman sinasabi, hindi nga ako nakatulog noon the day. As in, no, wala na talaga. As in, natapos ang game, 10 p.m., kumain ako, couldn't sleep. I tried sleeping talaga. Pabalik-balik sa isip ko, mali yung ginawa ko, bakit gano'n? Tanga ako, parang, di ba, veterano na ako, ba't ginawa ko pa yun? Parang, gano'n. So, sinisisi ko yung sarili ko. And we lost the game because of me.
Yeah.
Diba? So, isa pa yun. And it was not a normal game. It was a semi-finals game. Diba? So, yun yung hindi ko makakalimutan. Kaya alam na alam ko, hindi ako nakatulog. Punta ako ng practice, 9 a.m., did my routine, nag-viewing kami. After viewing, went home. Bahay lang ako, video games. And then, yun, the next day. So, but it wasn't easy. But, things like that, my point is, things like that, na nangyayari sa buhay ko, nangyayari sa career ko. If I will go back, no? If I may go back pala. Yes, I was diagnosed. Nagkaroon ako ng sakit. Probably it helped a lot yung mga nangyari sa akin ganung bagay when I was doing the treatment and
To
the journey.
overcome
that.
Wow.
Yeah, aside from my faith, yun, doon papasok yung mental toughness, probably the 40%. Kasama yung mga nangyari sa akin. Binalingan ko yun. When I started playing, 6 years old, you know, a lot of things happened in my life. Like I was born blue baby with a hole in my heart.
Oh, wow.
I was a sepsis baby. You know, so a month in the incubator, you know, na puro antibiotic lang yung katawan ko kaya ako nabuhay. No? So, binalikan ko lahat yun. And, yun, parang tingin ko now, no, my life, you know, the mental toughness, yes. Mga failures, frustration, yes, it is hard thing. But, now, it's really for me talagang ma-point out ko na talagang every failure will be an opportunity.
Yeah.
And I always tell that to people. But not all people will agree.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Not all people will agree. Even a lot of my friends also will not, ikaw yan eh. Hindi naman kami yan eh. Even my wife sometimes, to be honest. No? Just, you know, just take it one day at a time. No, you don't understand. Diba? Kasi we have different, but just sabi ko, try nyo lang.
Yeah, it works for you.
It works for me.
Yeah.
Why not try? Because probably, for sure, you tried a lot of things already. Diba? After failure, malamang nagpakalasing ka na. Na-try mo na yun eh. Ilang beses ko na nga rin na-try yun eh. Diba? But, try mo lang na just move forward. You know? Tomorrow is a new day. Tomorrow is a new opportunity.
Yeah.
But, diba? Huwag natin pagsisihan. Kumbaga, na sana hindi ko na lang ulit inisip yung nangyari. Hindi sana mas okay sa akin. Diba?
Why was it important for you to come back to play after being diagnosed?
I want to, honestly, I want to be remembered. I really forced, not really forced. I really, had that goal to go back because I really want to remember as a basketball player and as a person that I don't give up right away. Easily. I don't want I don't remember, I played 744 games straight.
Yeah.
On those 744 games, there were a lot of, yung konti na lang na hindi na ako maglalaro. Nandoon yung emergency with the family, may sakit ako, may trangkaso ako, I was in the hospital 2 days before the game. I have to leave the morning of the game, tanggalin yung suwero, sign the waiver to the doctor, play, go back to the hospital, and suwero
After,
ulit.
wow.
Grabe.
And I did that probably more than 10 times.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was dehydrated after the game, went to the hospital, IV ako because sobrang dehydrated na, so I have to do, siyempre sa hospital, hindi ka naman pagkapasok mo, labas ka kagad eh. Diba? There's a lot of tests, and everything.
Yeah.
So I did that. Meron pa ako appendicitis operation.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
After 5 days, I played.
That's right.
Oh, wow.
Bubble.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why my doctor nga in Singapore, when I was telling my story, before I had my surgery, the doctor in Singapore said, "Oh, so you're a stupid guy." You know,
There is something wrong with you.
something wrong. Sabi niya sa akin, "Oh, basketball players are really stupid." Sabi niya, "Doc, not all. Maybe me. You done that to yourself?"
Yeah.
Sabi niya sa'yo, "Yeah, because I really want to be remembered as a guy that
Yeah.
ever since, di ba, the start pa lang, sinabi ko na that I want to prove that I
Yeah,
that
that's
I
right.
belong."
Yeah.
It goes back to that.
It goes back
Yeah.
to that eh.
And
Yeah.
you've said that many times that you wanted to prove that you belong. Is there a part of you that doubted that you belong?
Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Tell us about
all
that.
throughout my career, there's always doubt that hindi ako tatagal. That
Saan
I
galing
cannot.
yun?
Probably, I don't know, probably subconsciously insecurity because of my height.
Okay.
Because I'm always the smallest guy in the court.
Yep.
Right. But, you know, even with the national team,
Yeah, yeah.
I was really,
So you and Jimmy are close.
yeah,
we were close in
no,
height.
But
yeah.
Jimmy came from
Yeah.
different country kasi.
Yeah.
And he could dunk.
He could dunk. Yeah.
He could dunk. So, ako, kung hindi ako nagmakaawa to be part of the national team and try, and then nagkaroon lang ng opportunity because yung gusto nilang players na injure, napasok lang ako, and then sa Jones Cup, nag-MVP ako. So, diretso. Diba? So, ano yun talaga eh, may pattern din eh, may balik din. You know? So, but all throughout my career, every time I step in the floor, I always think, kaya ko kaya. Every time. Even my last game in last conference still.
Yeah.
Can I still do this? You know, because before, bata ka, kaya mo eh. Ang isipin mo, veteran tong kalabang ko eh. Kaya ko kaya to. Feeling ko mas magaling to sa akin eh. There's always like that, going to the game. Always. Hindi mawawala yun. Like, itong huli, sa San Miguel, yung last conference ko, kaya ko pa kaya maglaro? 40 na ako eh. Bata na nung kalabang ko. So, hindi nawawala yung doubt.
And probably that's the value of humility also.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah, big factor also. No? Big factor also. The value of humility, no? Na tayo always, you know, humble myself, no? Na I'm not that good. Always. So every time probably also what helped me a lot with that mental preparation was really not expecting anything every game. You know, I'm not expecting, I'm gonna score 10 points or 20 points this game. I'm gonna give 10 assists or 8 assists. And no. I go to the game, you know, I think of the game plan, I just let it go. You know, kung ano yung mangyayari sa game, yun na lang yun. So I'm the type of person na ganun. Na I don't, even now, especially now, no, I don't expect, you know, anything.
And would you say na that insecurity of perhaps not belonging fueled your success?
Definitely.
How?
Definitely. Because meron akong I have a chip in my shoulder na, you know, I want, you know, you're like that, okay, I can be there also. I'm not gonna be like you, but I can be there also. There's always been like that. So, siguro kung tinanggal ko yun when I was already in my peak of my career, probably I'll be as early as... Yeah, doon lang yung sa akin, na feeling ko lang, kung tinanggal ko yun, yung ganun mentality na, you know, I still want to belong. Kung tinanggal ko yun after probably my first championship in the PBA, probably I didn't get 7 more.
Yeah.
Diba? So, and yun, and ganun ako. So, ganun probably to fight for that mental toughness and to be, you know, the pressure.
Yeah.
No, I don't even talk about pressure because I don't really pressure myself, really. Di ba, wala naman ako masyado nababanggit if you, di ba? I don't really, focus on that.
There's the last time you guested on a show of mine, there was something that you said, and if you remember, this was maybe a couple of days after Kobe Bryant passed away.
Yeah.
And then you said that let's not wait for something to happen
Yeah.
before people realize what we can offer to the
I
world.
agree. Yeah.
And now that some time has passed, what do you think LA Tenorio has offered the world?
Still there. I think wala pa akong feeling ko until I'm here right now. Wala pa akong definite na offer talaga that I really wanted to give to the world. I'm still searching, honestly, but of course, if we move forward right away, if we fast forward, then wala na ako dito sa mundo. I just want to be remembered as a guy that really always there, very determined, and very humble person. Yun ang determined, well, siyempre makikilala ko sa athlete, definitely nandun na yung hard work, di ba? But probably sa humble and very determined person. No, that na sana lahat ng mga kahit ko na magkaroon ng inspiration and hope na pag-asa na, di ba? For now, yun yung nakikita ko, but I'm still searching.
Yeah.
I'm still searching. Like Kobe Bryant, di ba? When he left this world, ang dami niya na bigay dito sa mundo, yung Mamba mentality niya. It's very, hindi naman natin naririnig yun dati.
Yeah.
Pero what is, di ba? Ano ba talaga yung Mamba? Even when he was alive, yung Mamba mentality, hindi naman natin masyado napapagawa. Yes, we call him Mamba, but the Mamba mentality, we always talk about it.
Yeah.
Nung buhay siya, but more so,
Yeah.
When he died.
nung namatay siya.
Yeah.
Diba? Na lahat na yata ng tao, even in school,
Yeah.
even my kids, they talk about, Mamba mentality. Oh, yeah. Diba?
Yeah.
So, yeah, probably same thing as that. Probably now, I'm still searching and still, diba? Tingnan muna natin kung ano talaga. But for now, it's really the humility and the determination. Sana makita nila sa akin yun. No, na I was always there. Always, every time I step on the floor, I always deliver, whether, I'm effective or not. Diba? So,
You mentioned that you want to be remembered as the person who didn't give up. If that's your message to the world, how would you say it?
oh, okay. Oh, wow. Okay, how will I say it? The simplest way to say it is just keep moving forward. I will leave this world saying probably the last words that I will, or the last phrase that I will say is really my motto. And yesterday ended last night.
Yeah.
Yun ang sabihin ko sa mundo na just move forward.
Yeah.
See, even a lot of things happening right now in our country, even with the corruption and everything. But we just have to move forward, And yes, but we have a lot of things to say, but we don't have control with everything. Kung may control tayo, why not?
Yeah, sure.
Diba? So, us as people who are really affected by it, lahat tayo affected dito. Aasa na lang ba tayo sa mga mangyayari dito? Diba? What we can do now is really just move forward and then let's see what will happen. We continue what we're doing. Let's move forward and then bahala na sila doon. Sila yung may control doon. Tayo naman kasi wala kang control eh. Pwede natin gawin, mag-rally tayo. Diba? Na sana, but yeah, we can do that. Diba? But in the end, tayo makakontrol sa sarili natin eh. Control what we can control right now. Diba? So same thing in sports or in life and in office. Diba? So even employee ka, diba, hindi ka nagustuhan ng boss mo, maybe there's something, the other things that your boss na magugustuhan sa gagawin mo.
Yeah.
Hindi mo pwede, hindi ako gusto ng boss ko, resign na ako. Ano ba yun? Ano ba yun? Hindi naman mo ako. Just have to move forward, continue to work hard, be determined sa kung ano yung mga dapat mong gawin, and for you to be okay with your boss. Ganun lang naman yung buhay. Diba? So hopefully, actually this is a good podcast. It's not really a normal. It's very interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting, no?
Well,
And this is probably my third time to talk about this kind of, mental toughness, and it's always been a big crowd, mental toughness and grit.
Yeah.
Yeah, grit, diba? So, but talking about things that people don't see, where my mental toughness or where my grit or determination comes in, they don't. We don't talk about it because people will always praise us. Diba? Ayun lang naman yun pero hindi nila nakikita bago humantong dun. Paano ba nangyari yun?
Yeah.
Diba? Paano nangyari? Paano ka nag-LA Tenorio? Diba? Ganun lang naman yun
Yeah.
Diba? And people don't really question me about it. And me also, very interesting for me now because now that I realize na, paano ako naging ganito? Diba? So, yeah.
Okay. Well, anything else from you, Sheila?
Well, I'm gonna remember that.
Yeah.
Yesterday ended last night.
That's a great. I love it. I absolutely love it, and that's something that I'm gonna take away from this as well. This episode, but. LA, I know you're a really busy guy. You do so many different things. And it is amazing to me. There's 24 hours in one day. This guy could use 48 hours with the amount of stuff.
He seems to have more.
Yeah.
I'm having fun.
Yeah. But thank you very much. Thank you for guesting. Thank you for your time. And good luck for the rest of your career with Magnolia.
Yeah.
I'm going to be doing your game on Sunday.
Yes.
So
actually, thank you for this
Thank you so
opportunity. Actually, this is really a good ending for my day.
Yeah.
That's
good to hear.
It's a very good. Kumbaga parang another learning for me, no? Na talagang, it's a good point. Paano ba ako nakarating dito?
Yeah.
Paano ba yung
It's
sinasabi
a good
mental
reflection.
toughness? It's a good reflection.
Yeah.
It's a good, and thank you for this opportunity. And I hope, marami pa kayong mga ganitong episode. I will for sure watch or
listen.
Listen.
Yeah.
Listen to your podcast. Spotify.
Yeah. So everybody out there, he said it. So please do follow us on our socials and also download and share the episode with the rest of your friends. Thanks for watching another episode of Driven, the road to peak performance.
Thank you.